Deponia! Settings. Never heard that one before, so a bit slow. That's okay. I'm an old grump, right? Hey, check it out! That grandpa's using old terms nobody knows! Alright, so what do we have? We have volume sliders. We have subtitles. How old is old? 69. I'm 69. That's what we're going with from now on. I remember hearing about kids getting suspended from school for screaming hump day. We all want to be 69. Full screen mode or windowed, and high resolution videos or not, and open inventory with one click or not. That's our settings. Not a lot of settings. Not a lot of settings. Hey, Fart Bubbler, how you doing? How you doing? That's a fun name. Fart Bubbler. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Do you want to start a new game? Yes, we do. Wow! Okay, we'll go with the scroll wheel wow.
Huh? What is it now? Wasn't the game supposed to have started already?
Yeah, well, yes. But the junk press broke down, and we thought we'd use the time for a little tutorial.
Who thought that? I don't need no stinking tutorials.
So how are you going to fix the junk press?
Just watch me and learn.
Maybe you want to listen to what I have to say first?
But you don't have anything to say.
Oh, come on. It won't be long. Just point the cursor at me and left-click.
We'll see about that. Computer, talk to Wenzel.
You don't have to say that explicitly.
Who's talking to you?
Why, you are. You clicked on me.
Smarty pants. Just tell me what's wrong with the junk press. And stop wiggling your feet.
It's pressing only very gently now and doesn't really squish sufficiently.
Hey, every idiot can see that.
Well, why don't you present the tutorial then?
Okay, piece of cake. But first, I'll explain, how to talk to somebody.
You click on a character with the mouth icon.
No, you're completely wrong. I'm talking to you using the speech bubble icon. Everyone knows there's no mouth icon in this game, but there's a speech bubble icon to talk instead. Oh, and my favorite icon, the Rufus head icon for putting on, eating, and drinking things. If you can't even understand that, how am I ever going to be able to teach you how to look at an object?
I know that.
I see. And how?
I point my cursor at it and right-click when I see the eye icon.
Well, the theory is easy, but how about the actual practice?
Hey, this is your tutorial.
You're a cop-out, but be that as it may, I'll demonstrate. Do you see that little thingy on the floor over there? I will now use the tongue icon.
The eye icon.
Yeah, I will now click on it, thusly having a look at it. So you better watch closely. What's that?
It's a cathode plunger.
Thanks for the input, Wenzel, but I recognize a hydro clamp duplexer when I see one. Too bad I can only look at it. A duplexer like that could be useful.
You can pick it up. You just have to point your cursor at it so the hand icon appears. If you left-click now, you'll pick it up.
There has to be an easier way.
If you say so.
Okay, I've picked up the duplexer, but what am I supposed to do with it now?
You put it into your inventory. That's where all the items go. You've picked up that object. Now you can open your inventory by using your mouse wheel.
Hey, there it is!
Correct! This is your inventory.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's where you can see what you're carrying around. You still know how to do that, don't you?
Look, Wenzel, I'm almost done.
Impressive. And I mean that.
Huh, it fits.
Now you have to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
If you say so.
Alrighty.
Rufus, there's one more thing.
I told you I'd manage without your help. Now, all I have to do is press this button here, and right away...
Oh, how I love tutorials!
It's kind of pathetic, you get all erratic about dirty dishes congesting the sink. I'm tired of your bothers, remember our fathers that dwelled in a world filled with rubbish and stink. But when all hope was lost, someone raised from the dust. He was handsome and cunning, his haircut had style. Courage was shining in his eyes as he said, screw you guys, mind your own business, I'm off now, goodbye. Huzzah, he's off now. Goodbye.
Yep, song's grade A. Fantastic.
Junk. And more junk.
Hey, Val.
A life of order and happiness. Oh, my bad. That was junk too. Well, that does it. I need to leave this dump. Fortunately, this time my plan is foolproof. This time everything will work out. Where did I put my list? Heck, I really have to get away from this junkyard. Huh. My old escape plans. Some of them weren't half bad.
I get you. So, you see how the I is the smaller gear on this? That means right click is I and left click is use. And that's why there's two. It's telling you left and right click for each object at any time.
This could be useful. Oh, my father left me, but then he left Deponia without me. My father left me a trunk before he left me. I don't want to open it. I don't want to be disappointed yet again.
Fine. Be a whiner then.
Ah, there's my list. Let's see. Seems like I've packed almost everything I need. All I need now are some provisions. The toothbrush, a pair of socks, and a bolt cutter. A bolt cutter? What the... Well, guess I must have had a reason to put it on the list.
I mean, bolt cutters are always useful.
Blech. Nah, like always, there's only junk on TV.
You actually go down? Okay. Oh. Okay. Behind Tony's house. Okay, so that's Tony's house down there? Oh, I see. I get you. A toothbrush.
Whoa! What the toothbrush bailed out on me. Guess I should have kept it in a more germ-free environment.
Okay. The bolt cutters bail on me? No? Okay. I watched a friend play this a couple years ago. Fortunately, this doesn't have a bunch of crazy moon logic like a lot of point and clicks did. Yeah. So I've heard.
Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Oh, crap.
It's the moon logic that
better
bugs me.
plan to catch it. Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Oh, crap. I need a better plan to catch it.
Okay. I have to catch the toothbrush.
Locked. Tony must have the key.
Okay.
Ah! Wow, what's that? A guillotine so I won't enter her room? Whoa, that girl has issues. I honestly wonder why we were ever together at all. Another note from Tony. What's she complaining about now? Stay out of my room. You have no business in there anymore. Who does Tony think she is? I've got better things to do than rummage through her drawers.
Do I, though? Do I really?
Do the dishes already. They won't do themselves. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll take that chance. Blech. What gnat's piss? Ugh.
That's pretty gross.
I don't see why I, of all people, should do the dishes. I mean, Tony has much more experience with it.
Yeah, lunatic solutions that really make no sense, yeah. A lot of if you go back to the origin of these games, the very first games that they made of this style were just like insane lunacy that the only way to figure out what to do is to grab every item in the game and go to every screen and use every item in every place on every screen. And that was the only way to advance, and they did it that way to make the games longer.
You scoffed all the food yet again, and I keep finding your crap in the fridge. What the hell's wrong with you? Huh? I don't understand the question. How did this end up here?
That's a good question. And to sell guides and 900 numbers. Yeah, that too. That too. It was the guide selling era as well. There was no internet at the time, really. Wasn't as big a thing. Finding guides to games wasn't as easy.
These codes are incredible. Unbelievable how much stuff you can cram into the pockets.
The internet was a thing, but it wasn't like...
See if I can find something useful in
I
the
want
pockets.
something. Search. You have everything you want.
There really was something in there.
It's not how it started.
A sock. Cool. Well, I think that's all. Should be enough.
Okay, so I found 2 socks. Crumbs on the sofa.
The good old sofa. Too bad I can't fit it into my escape pod. I've had the most amazing ideas sitting here. Plus, you can always find leftovers in it. You're not supposed to eat on the sofa. I keep finding leftovers in it. Huh? Well, isn't that a good thing?
Yep.
Seems there are still some wasabi peas in there. But without something to put them into, I'm not collecting them.
Okay, if I can find a container, I can get some wasabi peas. Gotcha.
Ooh, cold.
Okay. So I need wood for the wood oven. Then I can heat up the hot plate to put whatever needed on.
Well, I think that's all. Should be enough. Well, I think that's all. Should be enough.
Okay. Closet.
Yes. Huh. Not a chance. The handle is missing and I can't get my fingers into the cracks.
Back then it was, find a barely populated message board and pray somebody knew the answer to what you needed. Yep. The good old days.
Blech. What gnat's piss? Ugh. Will you please clean the bathroom for once? Yeah, right. In her dreams.
Yeah, saw that coming. What do we got in here? No? Oh, plunger. There we go. Take a plunger. Okay. What do we have? Bunch of notes. There was a time when I practically lived on game facts for my gaming knowledge needs. Yeah, I remember those days. List. Oh, I needed 2 socks for that. Okay. I've got I need the toothbrush. I've got the bolt cutters.
All I need now...
Oh, and the wasabi piece, I see. So I need something. Get out of the screen.
All that's missing... All that's missing is a bolt cutter for when... All that's missing...
Oh, right there. There we go. Okay. I'm good. I'm good.
This could be useful. The oil is rancid, but I could use it for hair wax. The best thing about it is the can. A bolt cutter is a pretty useless gadget if you think about it. Why did I plan to take it along?
How is a bolt cutter useless?
I usually leave that stuff for Tony. I've only used it once, but all my clothes got discolored. And the shed burned down. I don't see why I, of all people, should do the dishes. I mean, Tony has much more experience with it. I don't see why I, of all people, should do the dishes. I mean, Tony has much more experience with it. I don't see why I, of all people... I mean, Tony... At least I already got one, but I need a pair. I don't want to show up in Elysium dressed like an idiot. I guess I could smudge the note this way, but why should I? I'm not reading the notes anyway. This could be useful.
Nope. Didn't want to do that. Okay. He doesn't want to open the trunk.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Still locked.
Tony must have... Ah, the first aid kit. It saved my life several times, but since the time I tried to build a shrapnel-propelled jet, there's no Band-Aid left. The only thing in there now is Tony's tranquilizer. And Tony keeps complaining that I don't do enough housework.
Okay. No, that's going to be there eventually. I don't think I have anything to go... Oh, wait.
Adding oil to the flames is not part of my escape plan, but it's an integral part of Plan B.
Okay. Torch.
I need something flammable to start the fire. I need something Tony says it's my turn to clean them. Now that's just unfair. I've been waiting. Yeah, too bad. Wielding the plunger is my favorite pastime. Adding oil to the flames, but it's mocking me. Yeah? Well, just you wait. It's mocking me. Yeah? Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Oh, I need a better... I doubt if I'll find anything. I doubt. Nope. The corner once was a good hiding place. Nope. But that's the first place Tony will look.
Okay, so you're trying to hide the plunger, apparently. All this is doing is making me hate toothbrushes.
No, I haven't finished packing yet.
Oh. Spacebar's pretty handy. That's the trunk, okay.
No, I haven't finished.
I'm pretty sure I had interacted with everything then. Try my room. Rufus's room.
What's this? A sock? That explains why I've had such cheesy dreams.
Space is a great touch. Thank you, game, for not just making me explore everywhere.
At least I already got one sock, but I don't want to show. At least I already, but I need, I don't want. Well, but I need a pair. I don't want to show. Well, those are two socks, all right, but I need a pair. I don't want to show.
Oh, I see. Wants me to find two of one color.
Why would I want to clean in this? It's dark, eh?
Quality of life options? Not in my point and clicks. How dare you! I have no idea where to put the plunger.
Nothing that needs plunger treatment. Yeah, too bad. We'll. Nothing that needs plunger. Yeah, too bad.
Okay. Nothing that needs plunger treatment. Dark corner seemed to imply he wanted to hide it there.
Nope. The corner once was a good hiding place, but that's the first place Tony. My father left me a trunk before he. I don't want to be dis. Huh. My old escape plans. Some of them weren't half bad. Blech. Nah. Like. I don't like clean. They. Nothing that needs. Yeah, too. This detergent is supposed to get rid of. Yeah. Who? Nope. Been there, done. Nothing that. Yeah, too bad. This would make a fabulous all-round tool. Nah, that's for amateur. Adding oil to the butt. That's not... And rightfully, I won't have a use for this junk. This would make a fabulous... Nah, that's for... Bolt cutter, for whatever reason. Check.
Did that actually take it off the list? No. Okay. Really?
I guess I could smudge the note, but why I'm not...
I move a hand around
All
or
that's
anything?
missing... All that's missing is a... All that's... Bolt cutter, for whatever reason.
It won't let me leave, so it has to be in here somewhere.
Nope. The corner... But that's the first place... Come on, brushy brush. Oh, I need a... I think I can find a the fresh one. Nope. But that's the first... A bolt cut. Why? Why would I want to... It's dark anyway. I doubt if I'll find any... I wonder if I can find the second sock in here. I wonder if I can find... Nope. The corner once was a good... But that's... I wonder if I can...
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying at this point.
I'll never... Although I can reach inside the crack, I don't have enough leverage. Although... Ouch! I'm not sticking my hand in there again. I can't do that to the mouse. There's nothing left to catch here. The mouse skedaddled long ago, which doesn't mean that its plan was better than mine.
Yay, progress! I get there eventually.
I can't do that to the mouse. That... Just because Tony wants me to move out of the attic doesn't mean I have to move into a mouse hole. Okay, I'll admit it smells of cheese, but I doubt... Why would I want to clean in there? It's dark, eh? Tony says it's my turn to clean the bathroom. Now that's just unfair. It's never her turn. I've been waiting for weeks, and it's never her turn. Tony says it's... Now that's... I've been... Why would I want to... It's dark anyway. I may not be an expert, but I'm sure I need a hot one. I'm not sticking my hand in there.
You're not sticking your hand in there again, but you say the mouse is long gone. But then it's animal cruelty. You gotta make up your mind, man.
I can't do that to the mouse. I think I can find a better the fresh water supply, for instance. Why would I want to clean it? It's dark. I guess I could smudge the note this, but why should I'm not? This could be useful. The oil is rancid, but I could use it for hair wax.
I do
Best
like that
thing about it
what he's
is the can.
what he says changes based on what you're using
A bolt cutter
on what.
is a pretty useless gadget if you think about it. Why did I plan to take it along? Come on, brushy.
Oh,
Oh, crap. I need a... Nah, I don't think this will work without the right...
right bait.
There's nothing left the mouse, which doesn't mean that it's planned. Okay, I'll admit. The oil is rancid, but I could use it. The best thing about it is the can. Let's get rid of this thing. Blech. Seems there are spots without something to put them in. Seems...
There's my provisions.
I guess these will make good provisions for the journey.
The water will be fine. The place is a dump anyway, right?
Provisions. Bolt cutter, for whatever reason.
Gotta catch the toothbrush, which means I need to figure out what the toothbrush's bait will be.
I'm not sticking my hand... The mouse skedaddle, which doesn't mean that its plan was better than mine. Well, I think that's all. Should be enough.
I tried. It says not the right bait.
Nah, I don't think this will work without the right bait.
That's why I was trying to combine it with different things in my inventory that I thought might work. What does a dirty toothbrush want? I have to heat up the water. Which means using the stove down here. But I have no fire to get it going. Yeah, it's like a wood burning stove kind of idea.
There's nothing left to catch the mouse, which doesn't mean...
Top left. This? We found some stuff. Oh. That's a hand torch. It also needs a flame to start, though.
I need something flammable to start the fire.
Bunch of notes.
In you go.
There you go. Very useful. Good call. Good call.
Ouch! Damn it! That's hot!
Food.
I may not be an expert, but I'm sure I need a hot wash.
It's gonna change their colors so they're the same color.
And Tony keeps complaining that I don't do it.
Gotta throw that in too? Sure can.
Oh, look at that! The sock changed color. Who would have thought it? But where's the other one? Clear case of subtractive color mixing. Ouch! That's hot! And Tony keeps complaining.
Oh, I see. Pair of socks.
Socks? Check.
Excellent. So we just need to catch the toothbrush now. We have a mouse trap to do it.
That's not... And right. I won't have a use...
But we need something else, it would seem.
There's nothing left to the mouse, which doesn't... There's nothing left the mouse, which doesn't... I'm not sticking my hand in there again! I'm not sticking my hand...
Okay. So it's definitely for the toothbrush, but we need the right bait. Toothpaste.
What for? What for? I haven't even caught... There's nothing left to catch the mouse skid, which doesn't mean that it's...
Okay, we still can't get into the
the
first aid kit
Since
either.
The, the only thing in there...
Tony's tranquilizer. There's nothing to interact with in order to get toothpaste that I can see. I do love the idea.
My father left me before he left. I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah. You're disappointed. I get it. But there could be something valuable and useful in there. It's a whole trunk, after all.
All I need now are some provisions. The bolt cutter, for whatever reason, the toothbrush, a pair of socks, and that's it.
All right, toothbrush. See here.
Come on, brushy. Oh, I need a better plan. The mouse skedaddled, which does... Nah, I don't think this will work without the right... Well, I think that's all. Should be enough. The good old sofa. Too bad I can't fit it in. I've had the... Well, I think that's all. Should... This would make a... Nah, who needs fat... Nah.
I see. It wanted my own provisions for the toothbrush. See, that's kind of moon logic.
Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Ha! Gotcha! Ha! Gotcha! I'll make you suffer the next time I brush my teeth.
I eventually would have just started combining things together. This is about where I was at the point of anyway. Can I go now?
No, I have...
Okay. Go to your suitcase first.
All I need now, the bolt cut, a tooth, a pair of, and that. Bolt cut. Provisions. Socks. Toothbrush. All that's missing, all that's missing, all I need now are some provisions. The bolt, the tooth, a pair of, and that's it.
Okay.
The toothbrush is there for cleaning, not for being... The toothbrush is there for...
Okay.
Another item from the list.
Put
I'm
them in the
making good
suitcase.
progress.
Okay.
Bolt cutter for provisions. Toothbrush. Socks. Check. Ha! Seems like I've packed everything.
Huzzah!
Oh, I can't close it anymore. Oh, seems like I've got to unpack something. But what? I'll never be able to close the suitcase with a monster. I mean, I won't need a bolt cutter where I wonder why it was on the list in the first place.
You're absolutely going to
Now
need
it
that as
fits.
soon as you get out the door. Take it with you.
And ready to
Take
go.
it with you.
I think I just strained something.
Hey, Rufus, you should save your energy for the unavoidable drop into the abyss.
Yeah, thanks, Wenzel. You can save your sarcasm for someone less well-prepared than me. This time, I took everything into account. It'll be a stroll in the park.
Ah, that's what you said last time. It took us days to remove the cactus spikes from your butt, remember?
That's all toxic runoff under the bridge. This time, everything will work out. And when finally an Elysian orbit pixie massages my back, I'll ask her to pause for a minute so I can laugh about you.
Whatever. But say, can I have your stuff when you're gone?
Yeah, sure, help yourself. As if anything on this dump is valuable. It's time for me to leave all this behind.
Great. I hope you remembered to calibrate the harpoon.
I'll do that later, after I've stored everything in the pod.
Well, then hurry up. Well, you know that the Organon are always on time.
All right.
There. Now where shall I put it?
No, can't just... Okay. What else do we have? Right, space. All right, we've got a wrench. Fuse.
This will be the most spectacular departure. I just need to prepare my escape pod for launch, adjust the harpoon, light the fuse, and then it's showtime. Then the
gotcha.
rockets will shoot a powerful electromagnet
gotcha.
toward a passing Organon cruiser. The escape pod is connected to that very powerful electromagnet via a long chain. Once the magnet is attached to the Organon cruiser, I can reel in the chain with a pedal-operated winch system and pull myself and the pod up. Then, the cruiser will bring me directly to Elysium. This time, nothing can go wrong. Oh, I really wanted to take the suitcase along. Oh, I really...
Oh, I see. Odd. Gotcha.
There's no room there. There's no room there. The storage space is closed. There. And now? There we go. Trusty Wenzel. I wonder how he's gonna cope without me. I should send him a postcard. Hey, Wenzel, still stuck in no man's land? It's your own fault, dunce. Yeah, something along those lines.
I'm such a nice guy. Who wouldn't want to be my friend, right?
Hey, Wenzel,
What's up?
any signs of the Organon yet?
Nope, but they'll be here. The Organon are always on time. It's no accident that we set the town hall clock by them.
See you later, Wenzel. You've always been my friend, my sidekick.
I was your sidekick? I always thought you were my sidekick.
What? I guess you're probably sad that you can't come along, but let's not get sentimental.
No fear of that. At least you promised me all your stuff.
A small consolation for such an enormous loss. Do you also think there are boundless riches in Elysium?
Don't know. I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah, but I will have so much more. Aw, poor Wenzel.
I'm such a dick.
And do you also think that no one has to work in Elysium?
Just a moment. You're not even working now.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm meant to be up there. And don't you think the Elysian women are the most beautiful of all?
I've never really understood why Tony and you aren't together anymore.
Yeah, well, that's why you'll be rotting in this forsaken hole forever. I deserve better than having to listen to lectures about my laziness and my unreliability all the time. About the plan.
Are there any problems?
Problems? No. The plan is perfect. But this time it'll work out. I just know it.
Sure, Rufus. Of course.
No problems. Why?
Of course not. Of course. How could I ever think such a thing?
I'll go back to work.
You better do that. You haven't got much time left.
He's so condescending, and I so deserve it.
There. Now where shall I put it? The cable isn't long enough. The cable isn't... No, it won't... No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
Okay.
I might be able to do without this. But how's it going to be attached? And more importantly, where shall I sit? But how's it going to be? And more...
Okay.
This isn't much use now, That's where the seat was attached. I'll need some kind of replacement. This isn't much use now, I guess. My trusty wrench. I want... Well, never mind. This isn't much use now. This isn't much... Nah, he can't help me with that. He's too clumsy and stupid.
What?
Nah, he can't help me. He's too clumsy and stupid. He'll have a hard time without a good friend like me.
Such a dick.
This isn't much use now, And a sensor. My masterpiece. I've been working on this for so long. It must have been since Monday. That's where the seat was attached. I'll need some kind. There's nothing that needs to be screwed.
Hey, Pseudo, how's it going?
Yeah,
Welcome,
there are
buddy.
loose nuts, but that's okay. There's nothing that needs... Yeah, there are loose nuts. This isn't much use. Never! And Tony is not gonna mend it. This would make a fab... Nah, who needs...
Gambling on a coffee, trying to get through my finals review. I wish you coffee luck, then. May the coffee be with you, sir.
Luckily, I'm a gifted... Damn, that would have been a piece of cake with the right tool. Tony must have...
Can't wait for this week to be over so I can have free time again. I get that. Time is nice. Let's see what's out here. Chili pepper.
Ouch! Hot!
Okay.
Tony always had weird tastes concerning flowers. A saddle-shaped box. A classic. No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
Easy peasy. I saw that on the side the whole time. Oh, I see. I'm taking the whole box. All right, then. How's it going?
Blocking the way to the village center. Oh, it doesn't matter, though. I'm going the other direction anyway. Hello, Hannock.
Hey,
Rufus.
Ah! I'm really terrible with names.
Is the tunnel closed again?
Yes, we had another collapse in Sector 7.
Another junk slide? All this trash is really driving me nuts. I'm glad I'll be gone for good soon.
Are you?
You bet.
Well, I only know you won't be leaving through this tunnel.
Did you see Tony anywhere?
Tony?
Big, angry, breathes fire. My former girlfriend.
Ah! Tony! Well, I guess she's down in her store, working, like everybody else, except you.
Well, I seem to be doing a lot of work. I'm just not doing anything useful. I will finally leave this junk heap of a planet.
Leave this junk heap of a planet.
Oh, yeah. Another one of your brilliant plans?
This time, it's absolutely foolproof.
Yeah, that's right. You being a fool and all. But I reckon you running around here has got nothing to do with any other problems.
No, it hasn't.
Well, good for you.
Okay, the plan itself is foolproof, but...
Here we go.
I removed the seat, but where do I put the battery now? And where do I sit?
Well, seems like you need a kind of seat with a battery compartment.
A seat with a battery compartment? I've never seen anything like it.
Well, I have. I had one just like that. It was pretty comfortable. Until I accidentally found the switch.
Don't worry, I'll make it.
Sure.
I'll write you a postcard from Elysium.
You go ahead and do that.
Saddle-shaped, and with a compartment where the battery could fit exactly. I might have found my replacement seat.
Oh, I see. It itself is the entire seat replacement. I gotcha. I gotcha. I was thinking make it more comfortable, but I guess that would be too tall. I'd at least use the pad.
Ha! There you go. Ha! There you go. There. The capsule is ready. Now, all I have to do is calibrate the harpoon. There. Too bad the two directions of the control stick are blocked, but who needs those anyway? The main thing is that the crosshairs are right on the tracks. And then I'm gone. Ha! This will be a walk in the park.
Oh yeah, space. Okay, that's probably fire when it gets to the right place. Okay. So it moves as a knight moves. My reset button. I need to get here. I can't just move that way. Oh, it wants to get here. I gotcha. Okay. Oh, but I can't move that way, can I?
I did it! Now, I'll just light the fuse and...
There we go.
Boom! Well, that should be it. Stand by, Wenzel. Ah!
What?
Hello, Rufus.
Tony, why are you sneaking around like that?
This is still my house, remember? Well, it's not as obvious now since someone stole my mailbox. Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to give you this letter.
A letter?
Rufus, it's almost time.
Yes, I know. Sorry, Tony, but it's over. Once the fuse is lit, I'll be gone for good.
If only that was true.
How many think this is gonna work? I have a feeling disaster looms. Disaster looms. Nope. I bet now you're sorry about some of the things you said. This is the final goodbye. There's nothing you could say to prevent me from going. It's too late. You can beg all you want, but I won't take you along with me. There's nothing you could say to prevent me from going.
Nothing you could say to prevent me from going.
What a stroke of luck. That means I can't say anything wrong.
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. For good.
I gave up hope of that a long time ago.
Better not touch this. It's all set up.
What am I waiting for now?
The sooner the better.
Oh yeah, tight fit. And a sense I've been working. It must have been.
Okay. Yeah. Ah, yes, that's a good thing to do too.
This will be the most spectacular.
Oh. That kind of fuse. That makes sense.
Now is when it counts. Hullabaloo.
I was thinking like an electrical fuse. And I needed to find a fuse for it.
Ah, well, maybe I should read the letter. Dear Mr. We're happy to inform you, blah, blah, blah. Get to the point, will ya? Unfortunately, the delivery of your screws will be delayed for... Please find enclosed a voucher for a pack of rivets. We apologize for any inconvenience this might have caused. Sincerely yours. Just a second. Screws?
Winner. Oh. I mean, he deserves it, but what an idiot. What an idiot. I do wish I wasn't playing a character who is such an idiot, but that's what it is. Somehow my suitcase
What
made
a
it?
maneuver. Hey,
I'll take
my
it.
suitcase is here too. It must have got entangled in the chain. Just like I planned.
That's a bit of Deus Ex Machina, but I'll take it. Really? All that work for the toothbrush and he doesn't even take it with him?
There's a flood of trash behind it. Reminds me of my ex-home.
He's fairly athletic, yeah, I'll give him
I'm
that.
getting dirt between my teeth already. I'd better leave it closed for now. Not a chance. I need fingers like Wenzel's to reach into those cracks. Ouch! The wire's cutting into my flesh. I need, well, something like, has anyone here got a bolt cutter?
Yep.
I'll save my telekinetic powers for later. It already has plenty of oil stains. Why? Those are still... I'll never be able to open. As long as the hatch is... Socks? Check. I should use my provisions wisely. It'll be a long journey.
There we go. Progress.
There's a flood of trash behind it. Reminds me of a well-oiled gearbox. Ouch! I need a...
Nothing left. Can't get my toothbrush. Might want multiple. Yeah, I was planning that. It's just because I've gotten out of that first area. Done
Not
with
a
that
chance.
part.
I'd need fingers like Wenzel's to reach into those cracks. The maintenance arm's behind there. Oh, never. You don't... Unless it's...
Don't play with your food. Unless it's really funny. What? Oh, I see.
Hey! Aggressive little bugger. Yeah, as long as it's active, I'll never be able to grab it. Hey! Aggressive little... Yeah. It already had...
Hey, Howling God, how you doing? Welcome.
The arm is removing the nuts from the gearbox. Oh, look at those shiny little teeth. I guess some... Hey! Aggressive... Yeah, I'm getting dirt. I better leave.
Only got the 2 items.
Not a chance. I bust my butt to get this stuff out of the sofa cracks. I haven't worked that hard for food in years. I should use my... It'll be a lot.
Those are the only things to interact with. That one doesn't let me. That one doesn't let me. Can't reach the levers.
I'm getting... I better leave. Why?
The only thing I've really been able to do is dropping these in here.
Hey! You don't play with... Unless it's really... You don't play... Unless it's really... Hey! Aggressive little bugger. Yeah, as long as... The shape reminds me of something.
Aha! Oh, I leave the sock? Okay.
It's overqualified, like me.
This is unbelievable. This is just impossible. I think I'm getting dizzy.
Are you suffering from vertigo, Miss Gold? You should have stayed in your cabin. It was foolish of you to go against my orders.
What's going on here, Bailiff? Did you know about all this? Just a minute. All of you knew about this, right? The whole Organon is involved in this? Did you really think you could just keep it a secret? Wait until Cletus hears about this.
But you won't be telling him anything about it. You will be a good girl and wait here until the Prime Controller arrives.
And then? What then? I am an Elysian, not one of his office clerks. How does he plan to assure my silence?
Just you wait, Ms. Gold. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Holy smoke! A real orbit pixie! I bet she'll be pretty thankful once I've rescued her from the clutches of the Dark Exchequer. Let's go! Rufus to the rescue! Haha! Take that!
No, don't! Ah!
What's that? Ah!
Oops, guess that was the wrong lever.
You damned fool! How dare you mess with the plans of the Organon? Men, throw him overboard!
You need to catch me first, but I'm much too fast for you, see? First I'm here, and now I'm gone. Here, gone. Ouch.
Look at that awesome bull mailbox.
I was so close. But no, the minute I see a beautiful damsel in distress, wham! Well, I guess that's just who I am. I'm simply a die-hard do-gooder.
I hate this guy.
You have to be age 6 or older to use this device. Oh, how boring is that? Toro! Hey, I said Toro! If anything, he seems even more bored now. Ah, Miss Hinkle lost her Dachshund. Well, I'm sure it'll turn up. I mean, there wasn't much kerosene in the turbine after all.
Now the main game begins, huh? So let's make a save here. Pop the hood.
Locked.
Or not.
It can probably be opened from the inside. Oh, great. The rust bucket's dead, but the lock is still working. The windshield is encrusted with dirt. Ah, there's a sign behind it. Maybe the name of the driver? Sure, Puff. Huh, that could spell anything. What's going on here? I haven't seen such a crowd in front of the town hall since the mayor wanted to introduce a tax on the lack of political commitment.
Okay. We got the alley, where I came from, the water reservoir, tap of reservoir, and a pipe.
Ah!
Do it again!
Ah! This brings water to the houses, or with fluid nitrogen, depending on the escape plan.
Okay, we've got a window. Emergency phone. That's the chimney.
Wenzel has attached a protective cover to his chimney. What an egomaniac! Where am I supposed to practice spitting now? This brings water, or depending on the... If the citizens of Kuvak fear for their lives, they can call for help here. This thing ruined many good escape plans.
No doubt.
Work. Yeah, right. She's just sitting there twiddling her thumbs. I can do that too.
Tony's shop. Tony's shop. Wenzel's house. Tony's house. That's where we were at the beginning. The alley. Or town hall. Well, let's start with the alley since we're looking for Girly.
Hey, why aren't you working?
Because some joker removed the magnets from the detonation plan, that's why.
Huh, this is a map of the trash tunnels. I'd better ask Hannock how this all works. Hello, Hannock.
Oh, hey,
Rufus?
exactly.
Why aren't you working? How exactly does that detonation plan of
How
yours
exactly
work?
does that detonation plan of yours work?
Well, that's pretty exciting, actually.
Yeah, I doubt it.
The chief detonator uses magnets to mark the positions of the next 3 planned detonations. Then he rings a bell, and I give a signal to the miner who will on his part prepare the explosives in the mine shaft. And after that, we blow the thing up.
And then you start with the exciting part?
No. That's it, actually.
Yeah, I knew it.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Is that your parrot over there?
Is that your parrot?
Yes, we use it to detect dangerous fumes in the mine shaft.
Oh, what do you do when that happens?
We get a new parrot.
I see.
They usually use smaller, less exotic birds for that.
Talk
than
to you later.
parrots.
See you,
Rufus?
exactly.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Ah, I'm starving. I've eaten nothing but worms for days now.
Ignore him. My wife sometimes talks to herself when she's down there. He must have picked that up from her.
We can't meet anymore. Although my husband is almost deaf, his bird has quite good ears.
Oh,
I'm starving.
poor guy.
Nice parrot.
Yes, we use it to detect...
Oh, what do you do when that...
We get a...
I see.
Lonzo's bar. Emergency station. We'll check the bar out while we're here. Oh, a dart.
Ah, Rufus. I thought you're on your way to Elysium. Have you come back to pay your tab?
Oh, that. Oh, well, listen, Lonzo. I plan to do that, but constructing an escape vehicle costs a lot. And,
Don't worry, Rufus. No one here expected you to make it.
great. Thanks, I guess. Gnat's piss. The only thing to drink on the planet. Huh, not true. Luckily, I'm not susceptible to advertising. I could do with a steak now.
Oh, excellent.
What's that supposed to be? Is Lonzo building a cactus press? Or a faster mixer? Impossible. He would surely have asked me to help. Poor Lonzo. He'll be lost without me when I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Lonzo.
Yeah?
Long time no see, Lonzo.
Long time indeed.
Anything new?
Hey, you know how Kuvak is. Nothing ever happens in Kuvak.
Yep. Without me, this place would be dead.
Well, without you, there would be fewer explosions.
It must be pretty sad for all of
Hey,
you that I'll be
Karthik.
gone soon.
It's almost unbearable. Almost.
How about a shot of that old
How
worry
about a
be
shot
gone?
of that old worry be gone?
Well, that depends. Will you ever pay me what you owe?
Of course. I just need to get some money first. But you know that I'm always true to my word.
If you find a new word that makes you look less like a fraud.
Well said, Lonzo. Well said. Tony really gets on my nerves.
Well,
Let's see what he
that's
has
your
to say.
version.
Wait, did she come here too?
Someone had to pay for the table you broke yesterday.
Yeah, that was an awesome performance, wasn't it? Look at me! I'm Tony! Scold, scold, scold! Whine! Fret, fight, scream! Yeah, I know. Perfect impression.
You're kind of a douche, buddy. I'm sorry. You are.
You won't believe what happened to me today.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. So why don't you keep your story to yourself this time?
But it's got everything. Action, drama, romance.
Oh, a dragon too.
No.
In that case, I'm not interested.
Now that you mention it, yes, there really was a dragon.
Too late.
Damn.
Damn.
I have to go. Adventure awaits. You know how it is.
Yeah,
What am I playing? It is called
whatever.
Deponia. I always play strange games, you know this. Sometimes marvelous, always marvelous, but sometimes strange.
Huh? The emergency station is closed for lunch? Oh, great. Well, what if there's an emergency now? My nuclear power-propelled satellite could crash into Kuvak. Or the grizzlies could break free from my treadmills. I mean, isn't anyone thinking on their feet here?
It is kind of strange to close the emergency station for lunch. I mean, emergencies do happen at lunch as well. They do. In fact, if you close the emergency station, that is when the emergency will happen. I believe that's a written rule somewhere.
Please form a line, people. Draw a waiting...
Oh, draw a waiting number, and the mayor will see you in a short while.
What's going on here? Did someone refill the peanut jar?
A girl fell from the sky. They say she's a real beauty. The mayor is about to decide who's going to give her shelter.
Yeah, well, I doubt he'll have a hard time to decide once he's heard my story. I saved that girl from the Dark Exchequer. I am responsible for her.
Nice try, buddy. But I've made up a good story, too. Mine even has a dragon in it. So move to the back of the line and draw a number like everyone else.
The post office will be open o'clock? O'clock? What o'clock? There's something missing here. Hello, Lottie.
You too.
You too? Dear me, what a day.
Where's the girl from Elysium?
Princess Sugar...
Yeah, Princess Sugarbottom? Oh, she's lying around in the assembly hall. Of course, I knew you came because of her. That's always the same. Always the same. A beautiful young girl in a tight jumpsuit falls from the sky heavily injured, and immediately everyone's falling over themselves to help her. Hussy! Hussy!
I don't even know what to say without getting in trouble. I'm just gonna laugh.
I want to see the mayor.
Everyone...
Everyone does. Take a number and wait your turn.
Just smile. How does this waiting number thing work?
How does this waiting number thing work?
Do I really have to explain?
Explain that to you. Did you fall on your head as well?
Yes, actually, but I was able to roll with the punch.
Well, obviously you started
Rolling too late.
thing over there is the
Waiting number dispenser.
You receive a waiting number. You just take one
And then you wait.
until the number comes up. And your number.
Hold your horses, not so fast. How am I supposed to take notes like that?
Can you make an exception and let me in before the others? Yeah.
Can you make an
let's do
exception
that.
and let me in before the others?
It's your turn when you...
The number comes up!
No exceptions.
Not even for me?
Especially not for you!
But the line isn't moving at all. Who's next anyway?
Number 62. I think that's Wenzel.
Wenzel is also applying? But Wenzel isn't even here.
Well, it's his turn. Wenzel is up next.
No exceptions!
All right.
I'll
So we know
skedaddle.
who's up next. So all we need to do is go to Wenzel and trade our numbers. You just try to comprehend this game. What can't you comprehend?
Number 66. Almost my lucky number.
This is one of the origins of gaming right here. The assembly hall, the post office, the mayor's house. Oh, magnets? Excellent. Take magnets. Almost nice. I love the soundtrack. At least the music's good, right? Oh, he got number
He'll be
66.
flabbergasted
I
when he
didn't
hears
notice.
about my newest adventure. I bet he'll be pretty disgruntled, because he decided not to come with me. He'll start shaking and get crying fits. Why am I not as cool and daring as you, Rufus? I also want to experience such great excitement. But deep down in his heart, he knows that he just isn't cut out for this. He'll get seriously depressed. Oh boy, I really hope he's home. Wenzel!
Hey, Rufus. Back already? That was really fast this time.
Yeah. This time, I almost made it. Unfortunately, like so often, my human kindness got in my own way.
Of course. That darn human kindness of yours. It's always getting into your way, right?
Indeed.
You never get anything done anymore.
Well, there are just too many humans.
They should all be...
Drowned in the Red Rust Sea. Exactly.
That darn human kindness. By the way, thanks for all your stuff.
What? Wait, isn't that my chest?
Well, you said I could have your stuff if your plan works out.
But...
And your plan did work out. You just said so yourself, didn't you?
Yes, but...
Well, that's settled then.
Have you heard about that woman from Elysium?
Who hasn't? This wouldn't have anything to do with you, by any chance.
Hey, you know me. Wherever there's a woman that needs rescuing, I'm there.
You're right. There really does seem to be a connection.
Oh, that's hilarious. I was present when the woman fell from the sky. Don't you want to go to the town hall? Holding up the line. How the hell did you manage to open the trunk? You're holding up the line.
You're holding up the line.
So what? As long as I haven't found a water vein, I don't even have to show up.
I was present when the woman fell from the sky.
I was there when the girl fell from the sky.
It's all right. I'm sure it was just an accident.
No, you're getting this all wrong. I saved her.
Of course you did.
No, I knocked her off. You're just an idiot. You're just an idiot.
Don't you want to go to the town hall?
To apply for giving shelter to the Elysian woman? The thought has crossed my mind. I even got a waiting number. But then I thought, what have I got to offer?
Yeah, nothing.
If I were rich or found a water vein, I might have a chance. But like this.
How the hell did you manage to open the trunk?
Well, all you have to do is disengage the child-proof lock. But the only thing in there was this weird stick.
That's my father's divining
That's
rod.
my father's divining rod.
You think so? Legend has it that it always brought him luck. He found the water vein Kuvak's built on with this very rod.
Yeah? Well, if my father really always had that much luck, then why didn't he manage to take me along when he left Deponia?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Hey, maybe you can find water with the divining rod.
And where, pray tell, would I start to look? In my basement? I should say that's highly improbable.
By the way, you're holding
So what? As long as I haven't found a water vein.
later.
Exactly. Don't
Yeah,
even
the
think
divine-
about it, Rufus. It's
What?
mine now.
But it's a family heirloom.
So, a gift is a gift. Boy, I can hardly wait to give it a try. Maybe I can find a well somewhere near. And once I'm rich,
We'll split 50-50.
I might lend you the rod for a couple of hours.
Bathroom. The basement. It's okay. If it gets too dark, you can always crank the brightness setting up. I don't have a rim shot for you, Pseudo,
If my
but it
impeccable
deserves one.
sense of orientation doesn't fail me, I should be under the shower right now.
That's some incredible deduction there. Hey, a sponge. I'll take it. And a furnace. Okay, he won't let us use the divining rod, but we can find a place for him. What happens if I use the emergency phone?
Hello? I want to report a crime. Hello? Great, Inspector Gizmo seems to be out, but as soon as you accidentally drop the town elder's cane in the cesspool, he's right behind you. I'll give it another try later.
Okay, this is where I started, right? Yeah. Waiting number, magnets, sponge.
Ah! Fire in the inventory! Fire in the inventory!
What?
Whew, wish I had some kind of protection suit.
I don't get it.
Ah! Fire in the...
Okay.
Whew, wish I...
Oh, I see. It itself is just too hot. And I got everything else from in here, right? Although I might be able to go get my, Hey, Space Ghost, thank you very much for the host, buddy. How's your hump day? Yo, how's it going? We can get my torch, and a dud, and a funnel. Alright. Halfway through the work week. I totally understand. My halfway day is also my one-on-one meetings and checking on progress and all that stuff day, so I got all that out of the way today. Now it's just smooth sailing on to the weekend. Okay, so we got some stuff from Tony's house. Let's go check out Tony's shop now. We need all the things. Also right here. Let's try this one. What does this one take me in? I see as well, that's kind of way up there. Ah, I see. I understand.
Looks like Tony's in her store. If I go in now, her taunting remarks will shower down on me like a hailstorm. Well, what the heck. Let's get this over with.
Well, 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 look who's back. If it isn't Evel Knievel, the man who defied gravity, the conqueror of the sky, the wind jockey, the traveler on his way to the upper spheres. And yet, here he stands, right in front of me. Who'd have thought?
Believe it or not, this time I really made it. I was on board an Organon cruiser. Its destination, Elysium.
And then the longing for me became too much to bear.
I had to choose a life of eternal bliss, which means far away from you, or saving a beautiful Elysian girl from a horrible death.
Yeah, right. Rufus is doing a selfless deed. I would love to laugh, but my belly's still aching from when you were dragged through the junk.
How's business?
How's business?
Like, when did that interest you ever?
Who says I take an interest? I'm just being extremely polite.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you have an extremely distorted view of yourself.
Oh, that's because my reflection in the mirror is so blindingly bright.
Oh!
Why so cranky?
Why? You have destroyed my mailbox, devastated my backyard, gobbled down all my food supplies, and if I find out that the disappearance of my favorite pair of boots is connected in any way to the construction of your ridiculous escape pod, may God have mercy on your soul.
I had to carry the black powder in some kind of vessel, didn't I?
What?
Nothing.
What vouchers are those?
What are those vouchers?
They're gift vouchers. You hand them in at the post office, and they deliver the merchandise.
Cool, I'll take them.
Hey, hands off!
What?
They don't come free.
I thought they were gift vouchers.
Ugh.
First aid cabinet
The first
is
aid cabinet is locked.
What? Did you injure yourself again?
Not yet.
Too bad. You know what? Tell me when you have. I'll have a good long laugh, and then I'll give you the key.
I'd like to buy something.
With what? Or did you get a job recently that I don't know anything about?
That's
I'll
fair.
pay you back. Really?
Oh!
I've got to go.
I bet here you still are.
Stuff.
Weights, anchors, metal boots, hooks, all the things you need if you want to stay moored forever.
Do I have anything I would want to grind? Sponge?
I don't think so. Never mind. I don't think so. Never mind. Huh. There really is some blackish powder in there. But how can I extract it without... But how can I extract it without blowing myself up again? But how can... Without blowing my...
Without blowing yourself up. I don't see anything else
Usually
that would be
I'd
ground.
say funnel, but after... Usually I'd say funnels are for cowards, but after my third exploded tank... Put the funnel to the tunnel, my dad used to say. I wonder if this is the situation he might have referred to. Put the I wonder if... I'll have to stick the funnel in... Put the funnel to the I wonder if this is the situation he...
Apparently not.
Hey, what exactly?
I just thought then I can use some hooks and lead weight.
Okay, you don't have any friends. You are a self-centered egomaniac who doesn't give a bleep about anybody apart from himself. Besides, what makes you think you could just walk in here and take things from my store?
Couldn't I just pay you later?
Pay me later? Pay me later? How the heck are you gonna pay me back, smartass? Or did you finally, after all these years, get a real job? Did you?
Well, not exactly.
Still
but
screaming.
Isn't it enough that I still let you live at my place? That I still feed you? And I guess you think you're thanking me by letting me get rid of all the junk and garbage you produce every day. Why am I still putting up with this? I mean, really, why do I still do it? It's not like we're still... Oh, this sucks! My blood pressure! I have to meditate. Breathe in, breathe out.
I understand.
Ah, ouch! Hey! Ouch! Look at that!
She does, I
Such a
agree.
tiny wound, and what a great pleasure. That is to say, wait a minute. You dirty rat. Did you try and steal hooks from me again?
Tony, please, I'm bleeding to death here.
If there was even the slightest bit of hope that you'll ever learn from your mistakes, I'd say, suit yourself. But unfortunately, you've proven once too often that you'll never learn. So here you go. Just take the key for the first aid kit and get out of my store.
If you didn't nag all the time, maybe I'd be able to listen to what you're saying for a change. Weights, anchor, all the things you...
Hands, mice.
What? I'm just browsing.
Nightboard.
Browsing is what paying customers do. What you mean is driving me nuts.
Yup. That is exactly what I mean. Hey, there's a window there. Sounds good. Sounds good. No?
Ah, terrific. The rotten smell from Sector 9 isn't so disgusting today. This is where Tony's budgie cage used to hang, but he couldn't cope with her, so he skedaddled.
He died of old age.
Yeah, whatever you say.
After you accidentally infected him with progeria.
Yeah, you know, I like my version better.
How do you accidentally infect something with progeria? This is what I want to know. Just get from her? Alright, the key. The key. Progeria is a rare disease that causes accelerated aging. It's the idiot way of transmuting. It's Rufus, he does many odd things. That's fair. That's fair. He is a pretty strange guy. Pretty strange guy.
Locked. Tony.
Okay. Haven't been to town hall, I don't think. Or no, yeah, that's where all the people are lined up. Where I needed to find water.
Wenzel has attached a protective cover to his chimney. Where am I supposed to practice spitting now?
Okay. We'll head to town hall, we'll talk to everyone in there, we'll get all that information that we haven't done, then we'll look at all of our items. Info. We're more or less looking for well, I haven't been all to these places either. Place for him to Wendell to find water.
Hardly ever saw such stupid hats. The mayor wants to decide what? Who will what? Give her shelter.
Low-Tech thinks the girl should be, integrated into our community, and someone has to nurse her back to health.
I hope the mayor will choose me. She could give me a hand in the mud pits. Ever since I cut my fingertips while scrubbing rust, I tend to get infected cuticles.
You want her to scrub rust for you? That's outrageous.
Why? What do you want the girl for? Rufus?
Rufus!
Huh? Oh, what? The girl belongs to me.
That'll be determined by the mayor.
Belongs. Silly Rufus.
Well, how do I get to the mayor?
That's easy.
Take a number and stand at the end of the line.
Couldn't you let me cut in? See, I'm in a bit of a hurry, and...
I see.
Well, if that's the case,
Do you want my chair?
shall we get you something to drink while you're waiting?
We could bake a cake for you, too.
Oh, I
Really?
like cake.
I like cactus cake, but no raisins. Thanks very much. And... Oh,
Oh.
I see. Crap. Now I'm hungry. No, really, let me go first.
Listen, Rufus, a minute ago that was a nice little joke, but now it's half annoying.
And half sad.
Yeah.
No, really, let me go first.
Listen, Rufus, a minute ago that, but now...
Okay.
And half...
We've reached loop.
Where's the girl now?
She's lying in the assembly hall. Dr. Gizmo is with her.
Okay.
They say she's unconscious.
I hope she isn't injured.
So do I. So do I. It's not easy stacking exhaust pipes with broken arms.
Nice hats. Did I miss a trend or something?
The roofers switched to making hats, 'cause it hasn't rained for months.
I see. And I'm sure the trousers are from the guy who used to make tarps, right?
Hey, my wife made them for me.
Well, thanks for nothing. I'll skedaddle.
Okay, we pulled the lever, we got the ticket. Mayor's office, assembly hall.
Goal! I have to talk to her. She's gotta know who her savior is.
She's gonna call you an idiot too. Because you're an idiot, Rufus.
Rufus, do you have to snoop around here?
Hi, Inspector Gizmo.
That's Dr. Gizmo. As you know, I hold all 3 positions in this emergency station, and right now, I'm a doctor. And as a doctor, I have the right to ask, why are you bothering my patient?
She's an acquaintance of mine. I wanted to see how she's doing. Her name is Goal.
So, the Elysian is an acquaintance of yours, eh? Very funny. Well, as long as your lacking sense of reality doesn't keep me from doing my job, knock yourself out. Look after your acquaintance, but make it snappy. That's enough.
Rufus.
What? Come on!
Enough daydreaming for today. My patient needs rest. Well, at least I guess that she needs rest. In order to know for sure, she would have to wake up first.
She's unconscious. What's wrong with her? What does she need?
To be more conscious, obviously. For further tests, she would have to be awake. Unfortunately, none of my remedies seem to work.
Well, how about some really strong coffee?
Ha! The coffee that can be of help here needs to be brewed.
Doesn't every coffee need to be brewed?
Yes, right, but...
Hey, not to worry, Dr. Gizmo. I have a plan.
Do the world a favor and spare us your plans, Rufus. Your wacky plans have never done anyone any good, except that the mayor granted me a larger file cabinet for patients' histories.
All right.
How peacefully she sleeps. This calls for extra strong coffee. Gizmo is a doctor, police officer, and firefighter all at once. On his best days, he has to change professions every other second.
Doorknob. Balloons.
The balloons seem to have been stored here for quite a while. I wonder what occasion they're meant for, and why my face is on some of them.
And why my face is on some of them. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Post office? Mayor's office. Can I just walk in?
Right there!
No.
Where do you think you're going?
I'll go to Elysium with Goal.
In that case, you're in the wrong place. This door leads to the mayor's office. And access is strictly by numbers only. So draw a number or bugger off.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop right there. The post The post office is closed until further notice.
Until when?
Until the sign says that it's open!
But there's no clock there.
Very observant. And now, get away from that door!
Hardly ever saw such stupid hats.
I think that's it for the village center, but we know we need strong coffee now. Strong coffee, water. Nothing there. Nothing in Wenzel's, if I remember. That just brings me out to this side. Pipe. Tap. That just drops water down through this. Go to Tony's house, see if we can find anything new. Maybe there's coffee and etc.
Ouch!
Chili pepper still too hot.
Ah! Fire in the inventory! Whew.
Okay, what do we have here?
This reminds me of the fireworks last New Year's Eve. The plan with the balloons was just great. It was, just on the wrong day.
Yeah.
Tony's tranquilizer. Dr. Gizmo says it deals with the symptoms only, not with the cause. I wonder what he meant by that. Somebody seems to be hooked on hooks, but it's not me. Usually I'd say funnels are for cowards, but after my third exploded tank, come on, it can't be that hard to blow up. I mean, I manage all the time. This could be useful. He's bloated, he's useless, and he has a sponge in his kitchen. Those notice boards are great. Number 66! Number 66! Gnat's piss, the only thing to drink on the planet. Huh, not true. Luckily, I'm not susceptible to advertising. I could do with a steak now. I intrigue myself. What wickedness can I perpetrate here? Usually I'd say fuck, but this reminds me of the plan. It was, usually I'd say, but
Okay. There we go.
It doesn't have to be siphoned. I'll have to stick the... This reminds me of the fire. The plan with... It was... Oh, there must be an easy... It doesn't have to... Somebody... But it's not... This could easily... All that's missing is some gas for the balloon.
Gas for the balloon. Okay.
Well, I think that's all. Should be enough.
Dealt with that, dealt with that. We've still got a boiling pot of...
And Tony keeps complaining that I don't...
Cleaning. I don't think we have anything to clean, though.
I don't like the direction this is taking at all. I don't see why I mean, Tony has...
Ah, I know. There's the car with the dirty windshield out front. Oh, I can double click and not have to wait for him to walk. There we go.
Ugh, is this really necessary? Oh. The seats are covered in tasteless pink leatherette. A puppet is pirouetting in the corner, and on the driver's sign it says, Sugar Puff. Stupid name. Oh, great. The rust bucket's dead, but the lock is...
Sugar Puff, huh? I'm guessing it's not like
Luckily,
a simple...
I'm a gifted lockpicker. Damn, that would have been a peak. Toro! Hey, I said Toro! If anything, he seems even more bored now. You have to be age 6 or older to use this device. Oh, how boring is that? Lobo is looking for a new hammock. Well, that makes sense. The old one wasn't fireproof. Inspector Gizmo investigates the tunnel collapse in Sector 17. Uh-oh, I hope nobody checks out the gym. George is giving away a young calf. Luckily, he's always been a bit short-sighted.
I wonder how many kids have been flung off the side from the bull. Not enough.
Ah, Miss Hinkle lost her
Not
Datsun.
enough.
Well, I'm sure it'll turn up. I mean, there wasn't much kerosene in the turbine after all.
We need more kids off the edge. Okay, well, we've used up the sponge, so we figured out what that was for. Only this guy. Only this guy. You're talking about, I forgot the character's name. Same. Probably because I don't like him.
Huh, this is a map of the trash time. I'd better ask. Huh? The emergency... Oh, my nuclear power prepare... Or the... I mean...
Yes. You have many potential things that could go wrong. We get it.
What's that supposed... Is Lonzo building a cactus? Impossible. He would surely... Lonzo... Did you hear about the stranger? The girl?
Yes,
Doofus.
but I don't
Good
care.
name. Good
Don't
name.
tell me you want to start quarreling about her with all the other idiots.
Well, you know me. I'm always the first in line when...
Idiots are quarreling.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Do you have something that can give someone a real boost?
Since when are you ordering coffee? Did you break Tony's coffee machine again? How often do I have to tell you that you don't filter oil that way?
No, this is not about simple coffee. I need something that really, really gets you awake. A kind of ultimate pick-me-up. Lonzo, are you okay? Okay, just forget I ever asked. I'm off.
No, wait a minute. I think I know exactly what you need.
Building the espresso machine from hell.
Oh boy, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Hey, wow! You have pipes, tanks, valves. It's a thing.
This is an espresso machine. But this is not just any old espresso machine. This is the mother of all espresso machines. I tuned it myself.
And you wound ribbons into its hair?
Indeed I did.
Okay, but one question remains. What exactly is this Espresso.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure myself. I think it's a kind of highly concentrated coffee. The people of prehistoric times drank it.
Uh-huh. And then they forgot to switch the machine off. I see.
I built the compressor, following all the instructions that I found. Unfortunately, the pictures were pretty blurry, but I think I figured out what ingredients.
That's me, I drink it.
It's right next to you on that bar stool. If you bring me these ingredients, we can start brewing. In the meantime, I'll have found my life insurance policy. I hope. Oh, I'm so excited!
What a scrawl. Okay, I need clear, reviving, and energy-rich water. The coffee powder must be black, stimulating, and made from hot beans. None of these things can be found in Kuvak. Never mind, though. Being a master improviser, I bet I can find plenty of alternatives.
Alternatives?
Lonzo must have waited very long for this historic day. He should have asked me earlier.
Alternatives to coffee. I know. Man, I'm tired. I gotta stop the yawns.
The emergency station is opened again. Oh, that must mean I can choose the more daring options now.
More daring? Yay!
Gizmo isn't here. That means I can fiddle around with his occupation modes unnoticed.
Police box. What's in the police box?
It looked much lighter lying in that cupboard.
Oh, it's a foot fetter.
That's not gonna flee. That's not gonna flee. That's not gonna flee. I've stashed it in there for an emergency. Oh, damn! No grate in the world. There, it moved while you were blinking. I'll save my telekinetic powers. Handcuffs in a scale. That must be a symbol for, overloaded metaphors.
Fire extinguisher.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm always cautious.
Asbestos gloves? Excellent. I need those.
There's a hole in the platform. It's the last tree left. I hope it doesn't croak. I mean, where would I test my herbicides?
Poor tree.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a bullfighter. A laid-back space matador on a secret mission.
What? Hot beans, black powder, extraordinary stimulating. It's not even coffee, we're making it out of black powder. Those were all words, but in that order, they made no sense. True story, true story.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm... That's not gonna...
Can I put it back in the police box? I can.
Crap. Locked. Distrust everywhere.
No doubt, huh? Ooh, a scalpel. Excellent. Dentist drill. Terrible. Terrible. Laughing gas.
Amongst the anesthetics. Clowns.
Well, I've got a scalpel and a dentist drill.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter though, because
I get it.
strike.
Oh, yeah.
It's too heavy to... Doesn't matter, because...
I figured it out. I figured it out. Took a while, but I figured it out.
It's too heavy. Doesn't matter, because...
Oh, fire escape. Yeah, let's go down. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Well, we can go get the fire pepper. With the asbestos gloves. I don't know. We can go find out. Seems to do something.
Toro! Hey, what good is it being the best of... Toro! Hey, what good is it being the best of matadors if the bull isn't even looking?
Nothing.
I'd rather not. And today, children, Uncle Rufus will show you how to draw blood from a full-grown bull. And this is one way how not to do it.
We've got the chili pepper. We need the black powder, which we're gonna get from Tony's shop.
Put the funnel to the... I wonder if...
Yeah, I have to grind this up, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. There really is some blackish, but how can I extract without blowing myself up?
But when I try to use the funnel, it doesn't actually attach the funnel.
Put the funnel to the tunnel, my dad used to say. I wonder if this is the situation he might have referred to.
Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go. Black powder.
It was easier than I was making it out. There's my problem.
One whole chili.
Gotcha.
A pinch of black powder.
And I need something super stimulating to go with it. We haven't been in Wenzel's in a bit. I have a hand torch.
Boy, it's attached firmly. Boy, it's attached. I'd rather not. I could hit a live wire, or a wasp's nest, or my shoulder blade. It's happened before. All of it.
Yeah, this is tranquilizer.
Tony's tranquilizer. Dr. Gizmo says it deals with the symptoms only, not with the cause. I don't see what this will be good for. I mean, I already have enough holes in my teeth. The crime rate has risen significantly over the past few years. since round about my 18th birthday. Luckily, there's been almost no juvenile delinquents since then. Yeah, a laid-back space mat. The curtain went down on Deponia long ago. The after-show party will be in Elysium.
Got a sign, a waiting number, a dart. Don't know what the furnace is for. Magnets will be for the tunnel, I believe. That seems later on.
If my impeccable sense of
This is just...
Hey, that's my...
Don't even think of it's mine.
But it's a family error.
So, boy, maybe
Yeah.
We'll split. Hey, Wenzel.
What's up?
I haven't found a place yet. You're holding it to line. I want my heirloom back.
I want my heirloom back.
A deal is a deal.
Oh, come on. We're friends, aren't we?
And friends stay true to their word.
Oh, yeah? And that's written down where exactly?
Just forget it.
Maybe you can help me organize a few
Maybe you
things.
can help me organize a few things.
Again? You haven't even returned my lawnmower yet.
Oh, yes, the lawnmower. You'd better get a new one. The old one had lousy aerodynamics.
What is it this time?
Blackish powder, clear water.
Do you have any idea where I can get clear water?
That's what I need.
Clear water? That stuff only exists in legends.
So what? My whole project is legendary.
Legend has it that your father once found clear water. That's how he got to be mayor of Kuvak. They say that there are still a few bottles hidden away in the town hall.
That's my old man, all right. He left Deponia, but instead of bequeathing me his fortune, he hid it.
At least he left you the divining rod. Maybe it is possible to find some water with it.
Dream on.
And revitalizing fluid.
Do you have any idea where I can get revitalizing fluid?
I once heard that it is supposed to be revitalizing to drink the blood of a bull.
You believe everything people tell you, don't you?
Like I'll get back the money that I loaned you?
Exactly.
Okay, so the bull.
Do you have any idea where I can get energy-rich water?
Energy-rich water? What's that supposed to be? The only energy I know of is in the car batteries you find in the trash heaps everywhere.
Yeah, well, I should have guessed that you can't give much useful information concerning energy.
Okay, so we gotta get in that
crazy
truck.
bum.
We gotta use the bull.
I think, let's be honest.
Whatever you say.
Never a big help. Brilliant.
What?
You don't get it? Not a big help. Because you're small.
Rufus, that's his name. You're such a dick, Rufus.
Later.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's see if we can do... Oh, yeah, and there might be water around Town Hall. Doofus now. Yes, I agree. I agree entirely with the doofus statement. Okay, we got the balloons here. Doorknob is a door button.
Toro! Hey, I said Toro! If anything, he seems even more bored now.
Okay. Handcuffs, dentist drill.
And today, children, Uncle Rufus will show... And,
Okay, so we're definitely trying to draw blood, so let's just try...
That's not gonna...
Tried that. Tried the curtain.
Toro! Hey, I...
Tranquilizers?
Toro! Hey, I said... Toro! Hey, I... Toro! Hey! Toro! Hey! Brilliant idea, Rufus! What could a lonesome bull crave more than a well-chilled glass of gnat's piss? Okay, I'll use the cow. Main thing is that it works.
That's hilarious.
You have to be aged. Oh, that's bad. The bull's spirits. Toro! Oh. And today, children. And, and today. And, oh, yeah. Nobody can.
Okay. We've changed the way it's facing.
Toro! Oh, great. This doesn't have. Bada boom! This doesn't have to be, waited on. Bada boom!
Maybe you need to combine some of the stuff in your inventory. Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Toro! Oh. Toro! Oh. And today. And,
these are the two that are. Oh, hey, the red curtain.
Toro! Hey, I said, what good is it? Aw, does that upset you? Well, an accomplished matador like me knows how to bring the blood of a bull to a boil, or whatever liquid.
Game.
And today, and this.
Okay.
The bull is enraged enough. Time for a rodeo. Time
for a rodeo.
That's not gonna. Time. 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 Time.
Okay. So we've used the red curtain to make it angry.
Time. Time for a This doesn't have to be better. Time.
Oh, maybe I just have to use it. There we go, yeah.
One more time. One more time.
I think it's just gonna keep saying one more time.
One more time. Time for a. That's not gonna. You have to be age 18 or older to use this device. The blood mode. Well, it's still below my class, but at least the taurine tanks are open now.
Taurine tanks.
One more time.
Okay.
Well, an accomplished map.
But still needs something here, it seems like.
The bull time. I'm more. That's not gonna flee. I'm more attractive. I'm more. This doesn't. Better do. I'm more.
Not sure how. Hey, check mark, check mark. Yeah. Extraordinarily stimulating, clear water. Energy-rich water. Revitalizing liquid.
You have to be 8. Well, it's still... There's a hole in... It's the last... I mean, where would I...
Tranquilize the tree.
Dull enough as it is.
Locked.
Crap.
Yeah. Okay. This is the one that opens the shortcuts. We'll leave it on that.
Huh. This is a map of... I'd better ask Hannah. Hello again.
Maybe he has something new to say. We talked to him at the beginning.
Rufus?
Exactly.
Aren't you working? How does the detonation plan of yours work again?
Plan of yours work again?
Oh, it's very simple. The chief detonator uses magnets to mark the positions of the next 3 planned detonations. Then he rings a bell, and I give a signal to the miner, who will on his part prepare the explosives in the mine shaft. And after...
Right.
See you,
Rufus?
Exactly.
Rufus. Uh-oh. I have no idea what this is for now. Oh dear. We're in charge of explosives. Indeed.
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
Less bad than you thought it was going to be. Me too. Me too.
Oh!
Alright, well let's just put them everywhere, I guess. Blow up all the things.
Oh! Take!
Looks like there's red dots everywhere, and it's just only 3 of them are primed to explode at any time.
This is where Tony... But he couldn't cope with her, so he skedaddled.
He died of...
Yeah.
After you...
You know, I...
Alrighty, Brubido, you have yourself a wonderful sleep. I'll see you again soon. Wanted to say goodbye before I leave. One of those gift vouchers. I've been through a lot lately.
You know, Tony, I've been through a lot lately.
You don't say. If you didn't injure yourself all the time, I wouldn't have any fun in my life at all. But in case something happens to you again, you know where to find my first aid kit.
True, true. I do. I do. You wouldn't have some coffee somewhere around here, would you?
You wouldn't have some coffee somewhere around here, would you?
Since you've been staying with me, I've only had decaf. And even that is too strong. Maybe I should finally get rid of the coffee grinder. It's just using up space, like you.
Desperately
I
need
need some
ingredients.
ingredients.
If there's nothing in the fridge, you won't be getting anything else.
No, I mean...
End of discussion. Start earning your own money, and you'll be able to buy your own food.
I've got to go.
But here you
Can't get the vouchers. Hooks.
hands
Already got
off my...
when she was meditating.
Terrific. The rotten smell. Weights, all the things.
Okay. Seems like nothing in here. Ow, it's hot.
Ouch! Damn it! That's... And Tony keeps complaining that...
Nothing left for me to clean, right? Doesn't look like it.
I don't see what this will be good for. I mean, I already have enough holes in my teeth. Blech. What gnat's piss?
Yeah. Need clean water somehow. Anything else up here? Telescope, old escape plans. Just look at them. Didn't miss anything out back. Nope. Nothing even interactable. There's something going on with the detention plan.
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover!
Okay.
Ah, I'm starving. I'm starving.
Nice parrot.
Yes, we use it to...
Oh,
We get a new...
I see. Too bad. He keeps his beak firmly shut. It's hard to believe he can breathe like that.
Too bad he keeps his beak firmly shut. So it sounds like it might actually be for him. I just need to find some crackers or something.
Hello again.
Hey,
Rufus.
Exactly.
Hear about the woman from Elysium. Do you have any idea where I can get water that's rich with energy?
Do you have any idea where I
does he
can
have to
get
say?
water that's rich with energy?
Very often we find batteries in the junk. Those are always filled with some kind of liquid. We call it battery soda because it's got that fizz when it touches the tongue. Is that what you mean?
That's disgusting. And deadly. Did you hear about the woman from Elysium?
Did you hear about the woman from Elysium?
Yes, but I really don't care. I already have a woman I can send into the mine shaft. It's too narrow in there for two
dear.
women.
Love must be such a wonderful thing. What exactly are you guys doing down there?
What do you think? We are trash hunters. We search for useful trash. Most of the time, trash is just junk, and so pretty useless. For instance, I have a whole collection of car keys for cars that have been scrapped ages ago.
Really?
Maybe you have my key, too.
I don't know. What was your name again?
Sugar Puff.
Sugar Puff? Maybe I found your key, Sugar Puff, but I need to be sure it really belongs to you. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Pink, you say? That sounds about right. And, do you have a special hobby?
I love the ballet.
Bullseye! Then this must be your key. This must be your lucky day, Sugar Puff.
Yeah, I'm so happy I could just explode.
Really? I might have a one-time job for you down in the mine.
Hello again.
Hey.
Hey, Sugar Puff.
Bye, Sugar.
So you have no problem remembering that name?
Seems like it.
Terrible. Battery.
Oh, I can't remove it. But how do I get access to the power that's harbored within them? I want the battery acid, and I have a dentist drill. That's almost too convenient. Ah! Ow! Yeah! Ow! I should take that. Ah!
I need something to put it in, huh?
This
Balloons?
reminds me of the fireworks. The plan with the balloon, it was, what I need here? Unfortunately, I already used the urn of Tony's mother's ashes for my underwater barbecue.
Poor Tony. Funnel?
That stuff looks pretty high. I think I can afford to lose a few drops.
Okay, so I need a container. Great. And we need something for the bull. That was all in the alley.
Everyone, just one.
Spoil sport. Yeah, I guess. I hate lawn. I'll skip.
They're all the same, okay.
No, really, let me go first.
Listen, Rufus, a minute ago that was a nice little joke, but now it's half annoying.
And half sad.
I'll skip.
Okay, and it won't let me into the post office.
The post office will be closed.
Oh.
I said
The post office will be closed until the clock on the sign
is back!
Okay, so we can find a clock to open the post office. Nothing up here.
Hey, goal! Goal! Wakey, wakey! Fast asleep.
Very good, Di.
Oh, well, you know, it's just that I'm an expert in sleep.
I
Dr.
wish I was an
Gizmo?
expert in
Now.
sleep. Will she fully recover? I will save her. What are you waiting for? Help her! I want to report an emergency. Could you leave me alone with her for a moment? I want to report an emergency.
Report an emergency.
An emergency? What is it?
Fire!
Impossible. My fire protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in fire protection sensors?
Yes, ever since you turned 8 years old, you little brat.
That was my last birthday with my dad. I got a cake. I think I even remember the fireworks.
I remember them too. Incredible how much you achieved with just 8 candles.
Robbery!
Impossible. My theft protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in theft protection sensors?
All emergency prevention tasks are united in one person, and that's me, as you very well know. A small village like Kuvak is just not big enough to have a doctor's practice, a fire department, and a police station separately. Or at least, that's what I thought. Ever since you turned 8, I'm not so sure about that anymore.
I have this unusual pain in my back.
You should rest in bed, at home, so get lost.
No emergency.
If you say...
Will she fully recover?
She'd need to wake up first to be able to tell.
Well, why don't you wake her up then?
Well, it's not that easy. I've already tried every stimulant I could find in my medicine cabinet. None of those were strong enough. She needs something much, much stronger.
I got
Something
you.
much, much stronger. Sounds like a job for me. I am much, much stronger after all.
I will save her.
I will save her.
Ha! Good luck. Did you bring some kind of miracle stimulant by any chance? Something that might wake her up? A kind of cup of coffee to the nth order?
I'm working on it.
Good. But do it someplace else.
Yep.
What are you waiting for? Help her!
I would love to, but self-professed acquaintances of the patient are constantly interrupting me in my efforts.
Self-professed acquaintances. That sounds funny. Self-professed acquaintances. Think you can say that 1,000 times in a row?
Why should I? I could even say get lost 1,000 times in a row and you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, it's true.
Could you leave me alone with her for a moment?
No.
But
No.
bummer. Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Not literally.
Yeah. Doofus is, well, he's a
Balloons
doofus.
seem to have been stored here for quite a while. I wonder what occasion they're meant for, and why my face is on some of them. I'll bet Fire Officer Gizmo would like that. I'll keep that idea in mind.
Keep it in mind, huh? I wonder if they're actually telling me. I'll have to do that later. Think there's anything left in Tony's shop. Need a container still. I don't think I've seen anything to use as a container.
Hello? I
anywhere.
want to report a crime. Hello? Great, but as soon as... I don't need any more. I'm ready for the This doesn't have to be bada boom. Boy, it's a Put the funnel to... I wonder if I could open if my arm...
Clearly gonna have to use the funnel to get the fluid in the container, whatever container ends up being. Nothing down here. I need to find a container somewhere. No containers. We got a mouse hole still.
The mouse skedaddle, which doesn't mean that it... Just because Tony wants me to move out of the attic doesn't mean I... Just because Tony...
Behind the house, room, bathroom door. Nothing, nothing. Water that comes out. Can't take the lock cutter.
Blech. Nah, but... Nah.
Left and right click are the same there. Nothing interactable behind the house. Camera down, still nothing.
work. Yeah, right. She's just sitting there twiddling her thumbs. I can do that too.
I just really need
I need some
ingredients.
ingredients.
If there's nothing in the fridge,
No,
and start.
I've got
But here you.
a bottle of stimulant.
Really seems to be nothing back here. In through here. Talk to them all, use them all. There's nothing for the o'clock. Or was there, maybe?
This doesn't have to be bada-boo.
We've got the magnets on the board and the blast. We have no idea why. Espresso cup, refill tray, coffee machine.
Lonzo's been trying his cute.
Tank. Maybe Lonzo has something more interesting to say now?
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Maybe.
It's all written down on the recipe I gave you. Just bring me everything that's on the list. Till then, I'll do some fine-tuning on the espresso machine.
Okay. About to walk.
Keep it flowing.
Energy-rich.
I have no... Hanek told me they sometimes find batteries. How about... exhaust?
Hanek!
I guess you'll have to move a few steps into his...
Exhausting and... Don't worry.
Hurry up! I can't wait.
I'll be getting all the...
You do.
We have the emergency station.
Boy, how often did people around me carry that thing screaming like babies?
Not a good thing.
This reminds me of the fireworks last New Year's Eve. The plan with the balloons was just great. It was, just on the wrong day.
No idea what to do with these balloons.
Boy, how often did... Nope, this is a sad day for the day of my... Just a second. It says Bad Luck Rufus on these balloons. Nope, this is the day of justice. Nope, this is the day of... Just a second. Nope, knowing Gizmo, I suppose he'll confiscate my stuff soon enough. Boy, how often...
One had the ball fell out. Got handcuffs.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because...
Oh, maybe. Yeah!
The clown amongst the anesthetics. Clowns.
Alright, we've got laughing gas.
Crap.
So that's what the oh, we've got more balloons still. Can I fill more?
No, one will do for now.
Okay. Now what do we need?
Good job, Rufus. Good job, Rufus.
This just throws me still.
One more time. The bull is enraged enough. Time for a rodeo.
Maybe I need some glue or something on that.
And today, children, Uncle and
Can't handcuff myself to it. Can't hook myself to it.
it's already open. The seats are a puppet, and on the driver's sugar puff.
Okay, that's it there.
Well, I should take that. Ah!
Can't just take it.
That stuff looks pretty. I think I...
Okay. So I think I can afford to use lose a few drops, means you don't need the funnel to gather it.
What I need here? Unfortunately, I already used the herb.
Okay, what I need here is a container. Okay. Figured that out a while ago. Now got laughing gas.
He wouldn't know what to do with it. Been there, done that. The only thing that really helps with Tony is a tranquilizer. Can I offer you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not gonna fall for that. Not again.
Not again. Yeah. I'm sure he's tried that one already.
Well, what's this? That doesn't happen to be a super cool item that's worth more than all the waiting numbers combined. Those morons wouldn't recognize an opportunity if it came jumping out of a bag and clawed their faces off. What have we here? Does this happen to be a little present that could improve my position in the line?
No.
It's your turn when
Your number comes up!
no exceptions.
Gizmo never understood my philosophy regarding the redistribution of wealth, although it's fairly easy, from everyone else to me. Focus, Rufus. Focus, Rufus. She can still help you with your experiments once she's awake.
Okay. So we've got a balloon filled with stuff we can use on Parrot.
Your parrot doesn't seem to be feeling so well.
Holy cow! He's completely knocked out. How are we supposed to detect dangerous fumes now?
It's always the same. The warning light is the first thing to break.
You can take the bird if you want to. He's useless to me like that.
Okay. So I get the bird. Sure do.
How cute. He's talking in his sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than some, I'm told, but definitely got some of it to it.
I've got to go.
But here you...
What do I do with the parrot? Let the parrot ride the bull?
Hey, I don't abuse pets, And in exchange, they're more than happy to help me with my experiment.
Not gonna lie, the thought had crossed my mind.
Hey, I don't... And in exchange, they're more than happy to help me with my experiment. The bull is time.
Hatch?
Wakey, wakey. Boy, oh boy, certifiably knocked out. Wakey.
I have no idea what that means.
Boy, oh boy. Wakey, wake. Boy, oh.
Put him in the cabinet.
Nope, knowing. Look what I brought you.
Another dead bird?
It's not dead. It's just resting.
That's what you said about the pigeon.
They call it cryogenic sleep. It was a time travel experiment.
In my refrigerator?
Well, where else would it be cold enough? There's not much room in your heart, after all.
Oh,
No
snap.
more dead animals.
All right. I'll go and wake him up.
You do that somewhere else.
Go wake him up somewhere else. How do I wake him up? He's pining for the fjords.
Hey, I don't... And in exchange...
Wake up.
The rotten smell from Sector 9 isn't so disgusting today.
Low strength coffee? We don't have low strength coffee though. I don't mind the pop a balloon idea, but the only balloons I can make are the ones that put him to sleep. We can try it. I'm assuming we can make another balloon.
He's already knocked out. What? I won't be able to wake the sleepyhead with this.
I know what'll wake him. A dentist drill.
I don't abuse pets. And in exchange... What? I won't be... Hey, I don't... And in exchange... his beak isn't big enough for the funnel. Consider... What? I won't... I'm sure I can boost his morale with this pick-me-up.
Which one? Wait, what? Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
Locked. Distrust everywhere. It's the last tree... I mean, where...
Well, I've got another full balloon. That's the lockpick. Wouldn't mind getting that. Need the key. Open the hatch.
Somebody seems to be hooked on hooks, but it's not me.
No. Can't open the hatch.
The seats are covered in a puppet, and on the driver's sugar puff.
Yes, yes, sugar puff. Bull just throws us. This is the water. Picking this does nothing.
Ah!
Yeah. Water. Kind of, mostly, maybe water. You have anything
Hello
new to
again?
say?
No.
How does that detonation...
Oh, it's very simple. The chief detonator uses magnets to mark the positions of the next 3 planned detonations. Then he rings a bell, and I give a signal to the miner who will on his part prepare the explosives in the mine shaft. And after that, we blow the thing up.
Right, thanks.
Bye, Sugar.
I think I have to maybe talk to him after we mark them. Hey, Karthik, welcome back from walking the pup. Pups need
blast
walkies.
signal.
Well, that's an important one.
Take cover! Imminent blast!
Hello again.
Bye, Sugar. Oh, the blast signal.
I don't look good.
Take
Why don't I look good?
cover!
Yeah, I'm okay.
Imminent blast!
I'm a little confused. A little tired. But I'm good. It is 9 p.m. Now, I've been up since 8 a.m. working. It's a bit of a long day. Is there like something we can get to post explosion in the square? Don't think so. Got a couple lights flashing. I notice only 2 of the 3 are actually flashing. You're racking your brains on what the explosives could be. I have no idea. I have no idea what I would even need to be doing with them. What I need... The blinky lights are the spots where I did put them specifically. Every other spot does not have blinky lights. Yeah, somewhere, and I'm not sure where. Yeah, I only saw 2 as well. I think this one is the one that wasn't blinking. This one and this one was.
Oh, the... Take cover!
Yeah? Hey, Cuddle. Yeah, middle one, no blinky. Let's move this and this then and see what happens. Maybe we can get them all to not be blinking?
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
Those 2 moved.
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
We're down to 1 blinking light. Right? This one is the only one left that's blinking.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll keep trying. We'll move it down.
Oh. Take.
You look like something petrified, you. My lights are a little bright. That's about it. I'm feeling good. Blinky bottom middle, but no alarm. What was this one that was still blinking? Let's move it down here, and we'll just move it over, and then to these ones until we get nothing blinking.
Oh. Take.
The one down in the bottom left is blinking, the other two are not.
Oh. Take.
Another one, bottom middle. Still blinking. We did there, so now we're just gonna work our way through this. Take? Stop acting so stern then. I'm not acting stern. Just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm confused, sir. I'm confused.
Take cover!
Let me stroke my beard.
Imminent blast!
Still blinky. I'm scaring you.
The blast signal.
Boo.
Take cover!
Still blinky. Come on. There's gotta be a no blinky. There's gotta be.
Oh, the blast signal. Take.
Okay, I got one last spot to try, and then this idea is a no-go.
Oh, the blast. Take.
Okay, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Maybe surrounding the people so you can get them to move. Tried that with Tony's place. Folks by the gazebo. That's the town hall. You're talking right here. I can't really put them there though. I guess I can do like this.
Oh. Take.
I'm shooting even more in the dark than I was before. Feel that. I feel that. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. You are correct.
Oh.
Maybe.
The blast signal.
Maybe.
Take cover!
Yeah, I know there's nothing to really indicate anything like that, right? These two are kind of the same direction. This one's up in a different direction.
Oh! Take cover!
You look like a stern uncle at a family party. No, I'm usually the fun one at the parties, but... Man, I got no idea what's going on here. Ain't got no idea whatsoever. And it's really hurting my head. It really, really is. Trying to brute force a puzzle we haven't been showing yet. Well, we haven't been showing anything, though. Yeah, that's what's going on here. I'm actually pretty impressed with the sticking to the tropes of the old P&C adventure games. They've done a pretty good job on it. They make you feel absolutely lost, like you're walking around doing random things, hoping things happen, because you're walking around doing random things, hoping things happen. That's literally what's going on in this game. There's no purpose for the explosions yet. I have played Doom 2016. I love Doom 2016. That's a great game. I'm confused. So very confused.
Now, boy, how often did people around... The clown amongst the anesthetics.
Alright, you have yourself a good one, Karthik. I'll catch you later. We're going to attempt to figure out this puzzle. Oh, puzzle, wherefore art your answer?
Nice. Did I miss? And I'm sure. Hey. Well, thanks for not. I'll skedaddle.
Maybe Lottie has something more to say to me. Come on, Lottie. Give me something.
You again?
I officially want to deregister my residence here in Deponia.
I officially want to deregister my residence here on Deponia.
Although a lot of people will be glad to hear that. Me, for instance.
That won't be possible today!
The mayor is pretty busy at the moment.
I'll skedaddle.
Don't let the door...
There's nothing else here. Nothing here. We don't have anything new here. He doesn't have anything for me.
Hello again.
What's in the bottom left house? That's the little fat dude. This one? Wenzel? Where I can't get my divining rod until I find a place for him to use it. I want my heirloom back.
I want my heirloom back.
Just forget it.
I want my
Just
Maybe you can...
What is it?
And I can ask him where to find some of the stuff. It's not a big deal. I know where to find them. I just got to figure out how to get containers and stuff now.
Exactly.
He wouldn't know what to... He doesn't even know what to... He wouldn't know what... He doesn't even know what to... He wouldn't know what... He doesn't even...
I disagree. You could easily handcuff him and take it. Oh, do you have an idea? Dentist drill the little guy.
What to do. He doesn't even know what...
Throw a parrot by a bomb and blow it up. The bomb points aren't interactable, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would gladly try it. The bombs are just non-interactive flashing lights, though.
If my
But if we set off 3 alarms right next to it... Maybe? Do you want me to try to get it so all 3 alarms go off?
Wakey, wakey. Boy, oh boy. Certifiably knocked out.
What? You're reaching. I mean, we're all reaching at this point. Logic left the game a long time ago. See, nothing to indicate anything on this sheet. I don't see any color differences. It's just red lines. That lizard's always been up there. The bird used to be here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
Again, only 2. Even though the third one... Oh, I see. It's not even on a spot. Interesting. That's my problem. Means I can do just 1 spot if I want to that way.
Oh! Take cover!
Triple blinky for triple success. Who knows?
Oh, the blast signal. Take
Uh,
cover! Imminent blast!
what middle door? Bottom middle? This one? Oh, I see what you're saying. That one.
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
Or maybe we should wait until the actual get told what the... What if we never get told what the puzzle is? This is what I'm assuming.
Oh, the black... Take cover!
An old school adventure game, but it's a new school adventure game. New old school adventure game. I see what you're saying. Yes.
This brings water to the houses, or with fluid nitrogen, depending on the escape plan.
I also know that there's a soft lock. Potentially.
Good job, Rufus. I should take that. But
Just fill the balloons.
here is unfortunately I already used. Maybe I can still use this. I'd better look for a different container. Tony's tranquilizer. Dr. Gizmo says.
Can you
it
say
deals
something
with the
about
symptoms
water
only,
or fluid
not with the
nitrogen? Is
cause.
there some way we can
What do
set
you
off
mean by that?
emergency systems to all the houses? I don't think so.
One more time.
I've done this enough times that one more time is starting to mean nothing.
One more time.
Oops. You're back, stern uncle. Welcome back, Karthik. Are you familiar with these kinds of games at all? You're welcome to help out. 'Cause I ain't getting anywhere, that's for sure.
Wenzel has attached a protective cover to his chimney. What a neat. Where am I supposed to practice spitting now?
Nothing in Wenzel's. Back to Tony's? Yeah, there's nothing in this screen. Just the doorbell that does nothing. Okay, nothing in the fridge. I don't think we can do anything with the pot.
I can still reckon so.
Cook the bird?
I don't abuse and in exchange.
Never even heard of this game. Well, I wouldn't want you to help me if you had heard of the
Still
game before.
recognize so.
But we're trying to figure things out.
I can
And
still
that's half the fun of
recognize what it
games.
is,
So when you
so
don't
I
know
don't
what's
have to
going
clean
on,
it.
then I want you to muse along. This isn't just sit and watch some guy play a
can
game.
still
This
sew.
is let's play a game
This reminds me
together.
of the
That's how
plan
games
with the
used to
plan
be
with the-
played.
It was. This reminds me of the plan with it was. I can still recognize what so. I can still so.
Can I pour them out?
The drinking water is so brackish that things get cleaner by not washing them.
No, can't pour it out the sink. Okay. Alrighty,
Still
bye-bye.
recognize what so.
Keep on figuring
still
out,
so.
figuring out.
This doesn't have to. But it is. I can still so.
Bâton.
Blech. What gnat's piss. Ugh. Just because Tony wants... Just because Tony... Just because... Just because...
We've reached... Go to everything you can find and use every item on it.
Just because Tony... Just because... Just because...
Done that one already, done that. Rub everything on everything. Yep.
This doesn't happen. Bada-boo! Just because Tony wants me to move out...
Yeah.
That's not... Oh, dumbass! This for one. I think I make... Oh! Now I've gone and drilled my hand, dumbass! No, one will do for now. My first invention was a combination of a water bomb and a stink bomb. That's kind of obvious given the water quality around here, but still, you have to have the idea.
What? What do we have here? Balloon with a hook! Okay. The hell does a balloon with a hook do?
Miniature version of my free-floating plane. I wonder what happened to the original. I never did find that cow.
Levitate something?
This doesn't... Better be... Never! And Tony... the air...
Ooh!
I'm as deadly as a poison dart frog, but much cooler. A poison dart...
Prepared dart.
Never! And Tony... It doesn't...
We still have tranquilizer.
This doesn't... Better... This for... I think I... Oh! Dumbass. That's not... That's not gonna... What? This doesn't have... Better... This doesn't have... Better... Never! And Tony... Never! And Tony... That's not... Never! And Tony... Never! And Tony... Never! And Tony... Hey, I... And it's... That's not... Never! And Tony... No, it doesn't have... This for... I think I make... It doesn't have... It doesn't... that's too... It doesn't have... The funnel would make an excellent blowpipe. Indeed.
Didn't see that coming.
Let the hunt begin.
No, no it would not. You're absolutely right. It 100% would not work well for that. But, you know, whatever.
Never. And Tony... Oh, dumbass. That's not... Hey, and an ex... Oh, dumbass. Oh, dumbass. What? That's not... What? Hey, and an exchange.
Okay.
Burst.
Oh. I just popped it, basically. Well, we've made some progress. Let's go remake that balloon. This way. Balloon! Balloon! Are you... Or is the balloon just a red herring? Maybe.
Somebody seems... But it's not...
Oh, the hatch!
Nope, this is the day of my... Just a sec.
Maybe? Oh, I know what the hatch is for. I understand.
Nope, this is the day of my... Just a sec.
I need something solid to put in there, like a pole, and that's going to hold the wood open so that when I swap to the police one, the pole stays down and open, and then I can go to the front and crawl up into the cage. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. But I don't think so, because when I use it, it just automatically goes like that.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm always cautious.
No, but it's too heavy, maybe.
Boy, how often did people around me carry...
No.
Nope, this is the day of my... Just a second.
Okay, I see the pole actually goes up too. Anyway, there's nothing for it here. Nothing gonna be for it here.
Well, that's funny. I found such a thing in the junk just now.
Or you just take the
Funny,
billy
right.
club thing,
It's
right?
not that I've been
Yeah.
searching for that for ages or anything.
Why, that would be a real downer, wouldn't it? Those things are all over the place. Well, I found such a thing in the junk.
It's not that...
Why, those things... Well, those things... Well, I found...
It's not that I...
Why, those things...
We've got like a weapon idea. Still got to figure out the bull.
The bull is time. Time.
I feel like we've got to hook something and pop the balloon. I don't even think we have to pop the balloon. I think it's just using the hook to raise something.
Nope, this is a sad day of my... Just a sec. Nope, this is the day of... Just a second.
Racking the brain, racking the brain. What? Where'd he go?
I see there's some progress.
Yeah, Lobo had to go and check his house. It seems like the trash hunters have botched another detonation.
What idiots. But the main thing is, the line's shorter. That means maybe I could...
Forget it.
Interesting. One on the house. One on the house. And a house down there? Maybe up here? Is this the Sekiro of point and click? No, no. This is so far from that level of point and click.
Take cover! Imminent blast!
Okay, so I'm gonna take it off of that one. And now all three are gonna be there.
Oh! Take cover!
Yeah, okay. This one is one. Sick shirt. Thank you, Cuddle. I love this shirt. Do you recognize the scene? Do you know the game?
Oh, the blast signal.
It's from Chrono Trigger. Okay, so none of those three. Nice. Yeah, it's the scene with the fight against Magus. The Black Wind howls.
The blast signal.
Lurky lurk? If that's a lurky lurk, enjoy your lurk. I always have to say if, because people just like to use that. Yay! We got 2 of 3 on that one! Background art for the Magus fight. I know.
Oh!
One to the right of where I put it. Interesting. This one here. Could have sworn it was this here. But it's this here, you say?
Oh!
Lobo is the one that I had gone before. I agree. But it's not this one. I bet you I can take this off now then. Make sure it's those two.
Take cover!
Now we just have to find his house. Yeah. Just gotta find where to put this one. It wasn't here or here? I thought it was here. Could have sworn.
Oh! The blast!
Could have sworn. Come on. You could have sworn it was the other one.
I see there's some...
Yeah. Seems like the...
What idiots. But the main thing is, that means...
Forget it.
But it's not either. I know. What's up all of a sudden?
Oh!
I have no idea what's really going on here. I know what we're trying to do now, at least. I don't remember it being that one, but hey, let's try it. Maybe we accidentally had one on there and didn't realize it. We'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually. None of those. Not that, it's not that. So it's got to be one of these 4 basically now, and it can't, it's not the shop, and it's not that, so it's one of those 2.
Oh! Take...
Yeah!
Hello, Lottie.
You again?
You again?
Is it my turn already?
No. Number 62.
Is still up!
Wenzel.
Wenzel, exactly!
I'll skedaddle.
Don't let the door hit you.
Yeah. Now we just need to deal with Wenzel.
Hey.
What's up?
By the way,
So what? As long as I haven't found a water vein, I don't even have to show up.
But he needs to find a water vein, which I need to get my heirloom back for.
I want my heirloom back.
Just forget it.
But he wants a water vein, not just water. A location of water that he can, like, drill for, look for.
Maybe...
What is it?
Black powder, clear water?
Do you have any idea?
Clear? Pfft, that stuff...
So what? My...
Legend has it that your father once found clear water. That's how he got to be mayor of Kuvak. They say that there are still a few bottles hidden away in the town hall.
That's my old man, all right. He left Deponia, but instead of bequeathing me his fortune, he hid it.
At least he left you the divining rod. Maybe it is possible to find some water with it.
Dream on.
Well, I understand that if you don't get that magnet puzzle, it's a soft lock. So at least we got through that. That's important.
I think I'd better do this.
Whatever you...
Late.
Exactly.
Hey, that...
Don't even think about it. It's mine now.
But it's a family...
So, boy, maybe I can... And once...
We'll split 50-50.
I might...
He wouldn't know. He doesn't even... But no, there are people who deserve that more than him.
I both love and hate that they have a dead end in the game. No, it's actually a bug. It's not a purpose dead end. If you put the magnets on the board and then save and then quit and then load, you can't move them anymore. So if you've put them in the wrong place, you're screwed and have to start over. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
This doesn't have to... Bada-boo! Boy, it's attached firmly. Boy, it's attached firmly.
I don't get it, attached firmly. It's a furnace. See a burner there.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, so I need a container.
Great, but as soon as you... I'll get...
Need a container for the acid. I need to ride the bull somehow. It's only visible, like view, and all it does is this.
Terrific. The rotten smell from Sector 9 isn't so disgusting today.
We have to try to wake up the stunned parrot so that we can put it on the pole.
All right.
You do. No.
All right. I'll go.
You do that.
Been there, done. The only thing that really helps with... That's a sufficiently safe distance. That's a sufficient...
A wonderful idea and a
What do you-
sufficiently...
Isn't it enough for you to scout? Do you really have...
Actually, I wanted to give you a little treat.
You could do that by dropping dead.
I could hit people without them seeing me through the window, but there's nobody out there. But there's...
Need water for him. Oh, hey.
I would have earned the 1, but I guess the 63 will have to do.
We've now moved up, waiting number
Who
63.
needs patience when there's a supply of explosives underground?
True. True.
Hello, Lottie.
You will get...
Is it my turn already?
No.
When's...
Don't click.
The post office will be open o'clock? O'clock? What o'clock? There's something missing here.
Need a something for the o'clock to get into the post office, I guess. 63 o'clock! Yeah, I tried the 66 already. Cardboard box.
The balloons. See, I wonder what it can... And why am I...
Actually... Okay. Is there a reason I'm seeing the exact same message from so many people?
I'd rather not. I could hit a live wire. Or a... It's happened before. All of it. I'll keep that... Gizmo never understood although it's fairly... There are people who...
But I could just do that and take her. Just knock out Gizmo and take off with her. Take her home. It'll be fine.
I've waited long enough. Now it's time to go the whole hog. For which I have plenty of time. Nope, this isn't the day of my... Just a second.
Trapdoor was just the lever.
It's already open. Hey, I don't end an exchange. What? I won't be able to...
So it is just a golden...
Time.
Can't pick up the acid. This just throws me.
One more time. It's the last tree left. I hope it doesn't croak. I mean, where would I test my herbicides?
I'm so confused right now. I feel like I've done everything.
Nah, who needs patience when there's a supply of explosives underground? That's a miniature. I wonder what happened to the original. I never did find that cow. That's a miniature. I wonder what happened to the original. I never did find that cow.
I wish I could. I tried. It won't let me. Can I make a regular, regular balloon? Is that a thing I can still do? Still have these balloons. Sure can. They're still used for something. Not there anymore. Gotta do something with the hatch.
It's the I mean... Nope, this is the day of... Just a second. This doesn't... But it... Nope, the day of... Just a second. I don't need it. I'm ready... Wakey... Boy, oh boy.
Okay.
That's not gonna... That's not gonna... I'd rather... I could hit a live... This for... I think I'm...
Trying random things on the tree.
Just a sec.
Tranquilize the tree. And torch the tree.
I can't just go and incinerate the... I mean, where would I test... Boy, it's attached firm. I'd rather not... I could hit a... It's hap...
Okay, that's done. Don't touch it. What does Hannock have to say now?
Hello again.
Hey, hello, Sugar Puff. No.
Lurky lurk Pookie, how you doing? How does that detonation plan of yours work again? Let's see later. We've already talked to him. We've already dealt with detonation plan. Nothing in here. He doesn't have anything to say. Okay, this room. The other room might have some other stuff in it, but those two rooms, the alley, seem to be done. No idea what the tap of reservoir is for yet.
Wenzel has attached a protective cover to his chimney. What? Where am I supposed to practice? Huh, this could keep the chimney's cover open. Too bad balloons always rise.
Isn't that the whole point?
This too bad.
That's the hook on that one.
He wouldn't know what. He doesn't even know.
Just use the drill on Wenzel, and we'll have our 62. Just use the drill on him, and we'll be good.
He doesn't even know what to do with himself.
Just use it. Drill him. Drill Wenzel.
By the way, you're holding up the line.
So what? As long as I haven't found a water vein, I don't even have to show up.
By the way, you're holding...
As long...
Drill the pipe. There we go. Something. Parrot the pipe. Can't even interact with it. Okay, so that's all there was to that. Can't turn this on. Furnace. Just furnace. Okay, so now I've got to figure out how to open this.
Wenzel has attached a protect. What an ego. Where am I supposed to practice? Huh, this could keep the chimney's cover open.
It could, so do it! Do it! Do it! Handcuff the chimney
Wenzel
cover.
Has attached a protective... Ah!
What else do I have I can use here? That didn't work. That didn't work.
That's a miniature version. I wonder what happened. I never did.
Sure, it should be this.
Huh. This.
But it's not. It feels like that's what it should be.
Wenzel. Hey, I don't abuse and in exchange. Wenzel has attached. Wenzel has attached. Hey, Wenzel.
What's...
You're holding up the line. I want my heirloom back. I'll see you later.
Exactly.
Work. Yeah, right. I can do that too.
We got holes in his pipe. We still don't have a way to raise the cover, though. Nothing here. Nothing back in the house.
The good old... Too bad I can't fit it. I've had the most...
Never did find anything to do with the mouse hole.
Just because...
That's all there is in here. There's nothing outside, there's nothing upstairs to interact with. Anything... No container. The wakey for the...
How cute. He's talking in his sleep.
Maybe... Revenge car!
Could this be one of the ingredients?
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Oh, crap. And I was so sure.
It's all written down on the recipe I gave you. Just bring me everything that's on the list. It's just...
Okay.
About the powder, about the water. Pretty daring.
This looks pretty...
It is?
Great.
It's all just till then.
Okay. About the power...
Tell me.
Highly stimulating?
Any idea what highly stimulating means?
I have no idea. Maybe some kind of stimulant? Maybe Dr. Gizmo has some in his office.
Oh, that reminds me. Maybe Dr. Gizmo has some kind of stimulant in his office.
That's just...
You did? Don't worry.
Hurry up. I can't wait.
Get it.
You...
Dr. Gizmo's office. Well, we can go check that. Dr. Gizmo. Probably Doctor's cabinet, which I need key for.
Crap. Locked. Distrust everywhere.
Means I probably need the lockpick for it. Get the lockpick. We need to find some way of getting in here.
No great in the world can hold me back. There. It moved while you were blinking. I've stashed it in there. Oh. I'll save my...
Yeah, he's like... That's about all he's doing there, though.
Nope, this is the day of mine. Just a sec.
Real?
Luckily, I'm a gifted Damn. Luckily... Damn.
And torch.
If I weld it shut, I'll never be able to open it again. It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm always cautious. Boy, how often...
Weld it open? Question?
That's not gonna flee.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be in there that I have to get for the stimulant.
It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter, because...
Pop it in there. Just drop it in there. That's all you gotta do. Just drop a Rooney. Who's that? Where am I going? See, right there is where the pole would be. And get thrown. Huh! Okay.
One more time.
Let's save.